Hey there, welcome to Zeiss's live online training. My name is Frank Conjol. I'm one of the trainers here on the US training team. I wanted to take a few moments to talk to you about the live online training platform. So the live online training platform is equivalent to that of a classroom training, as if you were here on our machines taking the course, except the difference is you'll be using your machine at your facility throughout the course. So there's a few things that we need from you before your registration is totally complete. Those things are things like the sensor type of the CMM you'll be using, the CMM itself, and maybe your shipping address as well. The reason that we need these things is we're going to pack up this here training kit to you and send it over for the use for that week. But in this training kit is a very specific set of materials that are specific to your CMM. So in the link in this video here, as well as in the email that we sent you, is a link to a questionnaire that we need you to fill out before we can ship out this training kit to you. So let's take a look and see what's inside this training kit. So the first thing you'll notice when you open up your shipment is a white folder on top. Inside that white folder is two documents. The first being a shipping checklist. This will help you make sure that everything gets packed back up in the kit once the class is over. And then you have a prepaid shipping label. All you need to do is put this on the original cardboard box, put the training kit inside, and ship it back. So let's open up this kit and see what we got. So the first thing you'll notice is the training part that we use. We call this the CAD cube. So we'll take this out. And this is the artifact that you'll be using for the entirety of the class. Next thing is the fixture adapter plate. So this fixture plate you'll use to bolt onto your CMM. So you'll use the reference sphere bolt that you already have, and you'll put that through there, and you'll mount this to the CMM. Now, if you don't have a granite mounting CMM, say you have an O-inspect, then you will be supplied with two of these pieces, these adapter pieces, to help out. And the way that these work, you'll have documentation inside your kit, is they'll grab right onto the outside corners, and you can use those to bolt in to the screws up front with the O-inspect. So next in your kit is our Lego plate and Lego adapter. So same with this will just get bolted right into the granite. If you don't have bolted granite holes in your CMM, such as an O-inspect, then any double-sided tape or putty will work for this as well. Now this particular kit is set up for a VAST XT. So that's our active sensor. So if you filled out a VAST XT or an XT Gold in the questionnaire, then this is what you would receive. You'll receive two adapter plates that look like this. So these are compatible with a VAST or a VAST XT or a VAST XT Gold. So you'll receive two of those adapter plates, as well as the corresponding stylus components. So inside this box here, we have all adapter or all sensor, XT sensor style styli. You've got one adapter cube and you've got a extension. Now, if you don't have an XT and you choose an XXT on the questionnaire, you won't receive those two adapter plates because your adapter plates will be in here. So for an XXT sensor, you'll receive a kit that looks like this. 5 styli, 1 long styli, and 2 adapter plates. 1 adapter plate with a fixed star component. Now what's important about the XXTs is that you need to denote whether it's a TL1 or a TL3. I can tell that this one is a TL3 based on the ball bearing pattern here. A TL1 will only have 2 ball bearings next to each other here. So make sure you denote whether you have a TL1 or a TL3 adapter plate on your sensor. Most of our CMMs now sold are TL3. However, some of the older Owen specs may be TL1. Next up is our Zeiss navigation block. You'll use this for a later exercise in the class. You've got a water bottle and a pen. Those are yours to keep. And inside this utilities box here, the first thing you should see is a Zeiss flash drive. This is very important because this Zeiss flash drive has the programs you're going to need for the training as well as digital manuals. So make sure you keep that. If you have any trouble opening the documents on this flash drive, please let us know. You can take this box out and let's see what we've got in here. So some of the things in this box here are fixturing components. You've got a few Legos. You should have 4 of these Lego assemblies here. And then what you've got is either screws or these fixture posts here. And the way that these fixture posts here will be in some documentation on your exercises. But the way that they work is they plug right into the fixture plate here, just like this. So when it comes time to fixture your CAD cube, you can easily do it this way. And the final thing in this accessory box here is a D block. This D block will help you with fixturing for some of your exercises. So that's everything in the training kit. Now, if you choose an XTR, a VAST XTR, the only thing that'll be different is you'll receive VAST XTR adapter plates. So please fill out the questionnaire for this training kit so we know exactly what type of sensor accessories to send you. So now that you know what's inside this training kit coming to you, there's only 2 things that you need to have ready on the Monday of training. The first thing is your reference sphere. So the reference sphere comes with every CMM purchase. It may or may not look exactly like this. You may have the older style reference sphere that's fixed at a 45-degree angle. The other thing that you need to have ready is your Master Probe stylus system. You can often find this in the tool rack, and if it's not in the tool rack, sometimes you can tell which is the Master Probe by a red knurl or maybe a red dot on the stylus itself. If you can't find these, you can ask us and we'll try to help you locate them. So now that you've seen the training kit, let's talk about the structure. So the live online training platform is created on 2 things, live sessions and then a corresponding hands-on exercise. So let's talk about the live sessions first. So first and foremost, these live sessions, they're completely live and interactive. So they're led by a Zeiss expert, a Zeiss trainer from our US training team. So the sessions, they provide 90-minute sessions, and that's enough information to not overwhelm you, but give you enough information to help you through the exercise coming up. We find that this is the best way to not overload the students with too much knowledge at once. So you do not need to follow along on the CMM during the live sessions. The live sessions are there for you to ask questions, absorb material, and just go through the demonstration with the instructor and pay attention as much as you can to grasp as much of the knowledge as you can. So each session, each live session that the instructor gives you will kind of build off the last. So the information will get more and more challenging as the week goes on, the more you understand the software. So let's talk a little bit about the hands-on exercises. So these hands-on exercises, they follow each live session. So these training kits that we send you, that you've seen, they've got all the training artifacts that you need. So you'll be measuring on things like the CAD cube and maybe some Legos. So each of the hands-on exercises are self-guided. They're exercises that are in the back of your manual that step you through how to complete each topic in Calypso. So you'll be using your own CMM,
And you do have full-time support from the instructor and the co-instructor. So please don't hesitate to reach out to them. They can text you, they can call you, email, even Teams chat can be used to convey information. So each exercise builds on the last, so it's really important that you keep up with these hands-on exercises, that you keep doing them throughout the class to make sure that you don't have any lapse in knowledge. All right, so as far as the schedule goes, we've got 2 live sessions per day. Each of those sessions are 90 minutes long. So if you look at the schedule for Monday through Thursday, session 1 usually starts at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're not on Eastern time, make sure you figure out the right time for you. So right after each session, we'll go straight into the hands-on exercise portion. Again, this gives you your own personal time to sit back and attempt to practice what was conveyed by your instructor in the session. So normally you've got about 3 hours or so to complete the exercise, but generally it doesn't take 3 hours to do the exercise. That just builds in plenty of time for break, lunch, and things of that. So the second session is usually starting at about 2:30 Eastern time. And then following that, you've got some time to do your hands-on exercise. Now that exercise 2, that 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., that's strictly saying those are office hours and support hours from the instructor and the co-instructor. You're welcome to keep working on your hands-on exercise past then. And on the contrary, if you're a morning person or you have an early morning shift, you're welcome to do the exercise in the morning before the first session. The only thing that's important is you finish each exercise before the next session starts. So finally on Friday, we'll just have one session, one 90-minute session. It's kind of a wrap-up session. After that, you'll have a final exercise that you can work on. The final exercise won't take you all day, but you do have the rest of the day to complete it, and the rest of the day with support hours from your instructor and co-instructor. Now, some instructors choose to do a Q&A session directly after the session ends. This just all depends on if there are any questions and how many questions there are throughout the class that aren't pertinent to the information at the time. So the training manuals are digital and they're on the flash drive that's included in the training kits. The exercises are in the training manuals. So the first half of the training manual is a notes section, and then the second half is all of your hands-on exercises. So let's talk about a lot of questions that I get for this live online training platform. So how many hours a day do I need to devote to this training? Well, the truth is it's probably going to take you the full day. Generally, we see 7 to 8 hours. If you're a little quicker on your hands-on exercises, it could be around the 6 to 7 hour mark. But I would definitely plan for the entire Monday through Thursday and at least 3/4 of the day on Friday. Do I need access to a CMM during the training? Absolutely. You will be using your CMM for the training. So you will only need the CMM during the hands-on portion. So this might mean that you can plan on production checks ahead if you're a very busy production company utilizing that CMM quite a bit. You may be able to plan ahead and have production checks only be during the time of the live sessions, but you will need the CMM during the hands-on portion on the schedule that you just saw. Will I need a camera and microphone? Absolutely not. You don't need a camera or a microphone. However, if it's easier for you to ask questions through a microphone, that's perfectly fine. We'll also have the chat function in the Microsoft Teams application that the instructor and co-instructor are constantly monitoring, so you'll get your questions answered there. When will I receive my training kit? So we generally try to get the training kit sent out the Wednesday before class starts. However, this all depends on you filling out the questionnaire in a timely manner. If we don't get responses from you on the questionnaire, then this usually delays the shipment and can sometimes even reschedule your live online training. We do ship overnight, so if we get your shipment out on Wednesday, you should receive the training kit at your normal FedEx delivery time on Thursday morning, most places in the US and Canada. Will I need an internet connection on my CMM computer? No, absolutely not. You do not need an internet connection on the CMM computer. The reason is you can take these live online sessions at a quiet place, perhaps somewhere away from your CMM if it's not a quiet atmosphere. However, we will say that internet on your CMM PC usually can be advantageous when trying to troubleshoot a problem with the student. So if you call the instructor or co-instructor, they can remote into your PC and help you out with any issues you might be having. Can I attend the session on a laptop? Yes, you can attend the session on a laptop. You can attend the sessions wherever it's quiet and distraction free. However, we have found that sometimes a second monitor might be beneficial to you. This allows you to kind of follow along with the digital manual while the instructor is going through their demonstration. Will the instructor help me if I run into any problems during the hands-on exercises? Absolutely, that is what we are here for. Your instructor and co-instructor are available to you via text, call, email, Teams chat, anything that you need. We will be waiting for your questions and we can help you and get you sorted out. So the last thing here is please fill out the questionnaire that we've sent to you so we can get that training kit to you before class. Remember that training kit is very specific to your machine. We also need a good shipping address to get the training kit to. So this questionnaire, you can find it in two spots. You can find it in the link below this video, and you can also find it in the email that we sent you where you found the link to this video. So please fill out that questionnaire well in advance before the beginning of class. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself, Frank Conjul. You can also reach out to the US training manager, Ryan Stauffer, and you can also reach out to software training at Zeiss.com with any questions you might have regarding the training.